Okay, graph of trigonometric functions, part 2. We end, the video ends up where we are taking the results of derivative equals 0. First result was cosine x equals 0. Cosine x equals 0 means cosine x equal cosine pi over 2. Cosine pi by 2 is 0, right? Since cosine x equal cosine pi over 2, this means, right? This means this means x equal either pi over 2 plus 2k pi, where k belongs to z, or x equals minus pi over 2 plus 2k pi, where k belongs to set z or set z, right? What's the meaning of this? If k equals, okay, taking k equals 0 here, taking k equals 0 makes this 0, right? So what left is x equal pi over 2. This is one of the important points. This is one of the important points. And that's it, because we can't take k equal 1. Taking k equal 1 gives me that x will be more than 2 pi, which will be, because 2 pi plus pi over 2, I will exceed the interval we already have. And taking it equal minus 1, it will be minus 2 pi plus pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2. We go below 0, and this is not allowed in my interval 0 to pi. So in the other part, x equal minus pi over 2 plus 2k pi, I can't take k equals 0. Taking k equals 0 here, it gives me minus pi by 2, the answer, and minus pi by 2 is below 0, so I have to take k equal 1. Taking k equal 1 in this case, it gives me 2 pi here, 2 pi minus pi by 2, so x will be equal to 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is the another solution we have for x, and this is important. So we need now to know what is y in this case, right? Taking x equal pi over 2, substituting it in y, which is the original equation we have, the original function we have, gives me sine pi over 2 cosine square pi over 2. Cosine pi by 2 0, so the whole thing will be 0. We end up with very important point also, which is 0 0. We have it already. We did have this point, right? Another point we should take care of, which is x equal 3 pi over 2. Also substituting it will gives me sine 3 pi over 2 cosine square 3 pi over 2. As you noticed, each point I am ending up, this is 0 also, because cosine 3 pi over 2 means cosine minus half pi, which will be 0. The whole thing will be 0. Each point for x I'm having, or for y, I have to find the corresponding y to it, or the corresponding x to it. So we have here two main points. Let's continue, because here we have plenty of them. We have another two cases. It's not only cosine x equals 0, as we have it here. It's also cosine x equal radical 2 over 3, cosine x equal minus radical 2 over 3. So let's take first cosine x equal 2 over 3, radical 2 over 3. Cosine x equal radical 2 over 3. This is easy, right? We say here, if we need to find x, here, we take cosine to the power minus 1x, which is arc cosine x, or by your calculators, it's shift cosine x, right? Sorry, not x. Shift cosine x will be equal, let's say, since cosine x equal radical 2 over 3, so x will be equal shift cosine, and we put the value that radical 2 over 3 will give me. We end up with, I will not do the calculations now, I did them before I start, so it will be 0.615. All right? uh, we got this answer for x equal for cosine x equal radical 2 over 3. Also, we can take the minus of it. Why the minus? Because if cosine x equal cosine theta, right? If cosine x equal cosine theta, then either x equal theta plus 2k pi or x equal minus theta plus 2k pi. So either x equal uh, uh, 0 point here, either x equal 0.615 or x equal minus the cosine to the power minus 1 radical 2 over 3 plus we add to it 2 pi, right? And the answer will be approximately 5.668. And this is another x we have, right? Also, we have to find the corresponding values for y's here. If you put it on your calculator, here you get y equal 0.385, and we end up with a point here of this abscissa and this ordinate. And here you will get that y equal, if you substitute instead of x its value, you end up with y, sorry, here, yes, here's 0.385, and here we end up with, if x equal 5.668, we end up with value y equal minus 0.385. I know this is taking too much time, but when you prepare yourselves, you will be ready to do it in a faster way. Also, we still have one more thing. We have cosine x equal, right? We have cosine x equal minus radical 2 over 3. You do the same thing. X should be equal in this case, cosine, shift cosine, right? Minus radical 2 over 3, and we end up with approximation of 2.526. This is for x. And if we substitute instead of this value for y, we get y equal also 0.385. So this is another point we should be careful. Or we have something else. It's minus cosine to the power minus 1 minus radical 2 over 3. So also plus 2 pi this case, right? We add 2 pi, and the approximation of x will be 3.757. This is x here, and we find y. If x is 3.757, we substitute to find y to be minus 0.385. So we have a lot of work to finish, and I think so we need also one more video for that. Let's try to draw the table of variation if we can finish it before the time. If not, I think so we can't. Okay, let me try just to start with it. All right. We have to be careful. We have x is changing from 0 to 2 pi, right? And we need to have y prime, or the derivative of f of x, and f of x, the behavior of these two, right? What values we got for x? We got very many values, many important values. We got you can go back and check these points, right? We got 0.615 for x. We got 2.526 for x. We got 3.757 for x. We got 5.668 for x. And before we got pi over 2, which is 3.14 divided by 2. And the 3 pi over 2, 3 times 3.14 divided by 2, and 2 pi. We already put the 0 and 2 pi. So we have those values, 1, which is 0.615, and 2 pi,